welcome to another episode of the United Fan Zone. Manchester United blow another lead in Europe, and it's now a full year with no win in Europe. We've got two guests today, our normal show host, Mikey, and then we have Casey Gale with us. How you doing, guys?
Oh, no, I don't do the... life's good.
Life is good. And you, Mikey? How you doing today?
I'm tired. I'm sleepy, but I'll manage.
Yeah, like
that's what United do to you. How you just make you feel like you want to cuddle and take a blankie.
I'm gonna take a blankie.
I have a 12-day-old son. That's what it'll do to you. Having a 12-day-old baby will make you tired.
Yeah, I just want to get started. Our worst run in 40 years. Man, something's got to change. Like this is just dreadful from Manchester United. You can't keep a lead. I was telling Casey, I was working for the first little bit. I actually missed the first goal. I have been back and watched it. I think second half, for a good 10 minutes they were in control, but we took control once brought Cass on. I think he made some good subs. I also think he made some atrocious substitutions. And I also think he made some atrocious starting lineup decisions. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Mikey.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand the 𝗕𝗏𝗴 10 thing. I didn't understand doing that. I didn't understand. I feel like we did what we normally do. We have a few minutes of game. Okay, let me take you back a second. I feel like Fenerbahçe was there to be had. There's a couple times where there were some goals that we could have made, but there was a pass or two off that just made it not happen. The lineup didn't make sense.
You didn't.
The lineup made no sense. This subbing off Rashford for Antony made no sense. And I know last week I was like, yo, let's get behind the manager, but that did it for me, bro. Bringing on Antony at that moment right there, when you're chasing after a goal, and you have an Ahmad, as soon as he gets on nutmegs, a guy wins us a
decent free kick.
Because that's what he could do against a side like this. And that's what you decide to do. I get him out. Get him out. I want him out. And I'm not saying that it's going to make a world of difference, but I'm arguing with Mark Barry on 1878 and people trying to be positive. I don't feel good watching this team. I watch City. I watch Arsenal. I watch all these other teams play. And I'm like, damn, woo, 5 goals. Damn, they might get 6. And it's exciting. It's electric. This team gives me none of that. I'm falling asleep at my desk at work, watching the second half like, oh, did something happen? They're so boring. They're so still. They're so slow. And something I was like, get Ten Hag the fuck out of this club right now.
Yeah. Casey, what are you thinking?
Well, it's funny that, and I'm on the same thread with you and Mark. It's funny because it went, and I feel the same way because I'm coming to Mark. You're real positive. But anyway, it's funny because
he's smoking.
The lineup alone started arguments before the game started. I've seen people going back and forth. It's like, oh no, he's going to be playing as a wing back, and some people are like, nah, the formation's got him at a 10. And then the quote, his quote came out. I seen 𝗕𝗏𝗴 play the 10 before I got confidence in him. Okay, fine. And then we find out his pool he's going from is a 6-minute subbing on 5 years ago. Ross piece 5 years ago, where Anthony's played over 1,000 minutes as attacking. I mean, not Anthony. My guy Ahmad has played over 1,000 minutes at attacking mid. So let me say, my whole thing is, if you want to be experimental, don't go way crazy. Don't go way crazy. We're not in a good situation. We're 21st on the Ross table. We haven't been playing good, so I didn't even say anything about the match, but I guess you get the gist of it. I was lost from the lineup. I couldn't come back from it. And the thing is, Do you think you guys think that lineup worked? Or did you think it was a good risk? Does anybody feel
No,
like?
I don't. I don't understand why. Like, I get, and I know Mikey's did this. 𝙍𝙀's been horrendous, right? Because I think he should have started as the 10. Let him play as a 10 and feed. Let him feed, Rasmus Højlund. Maybe that's his position. We're hearing reports of him going in January out on loan to Juventus. Please. I don't see that as a bad thing at this particular point. I think sending him out on loan to Juventus and bringing in a striker is not a bad option right now, because 𝙍𝙀 is horrendous. Some of the chances he's missing, horrendous. I see his link-up play, and I think it's great. But other than that, he's not offering anything other to the team right now, and it's becoming a problem, because it's going to lead into one of the next talking points, which is the forwards are horrendous right now. Like, we just can't seem to score a goal. Yes, okay, we concede against Fenerbahçe. I'm going to say this: it's not the worst result in the world. Drawing away at Fenerbahçe against the team that's Jose Mourinho's, not the worst result in the world. What makes it so bad is the fact that we haven't won in Europe for an entire year. If we beat 20 and then draw against Porto and then decided to draw again tonight, we're not talking about this. Taking a point away from Fenerbahçe away is not a bad result. What is a bad result is the fact that we can't win in Europe. Period. And I don't understand what is going on. Like, this is just too much now. Like, we're getting embarrassed in Europe. I saw at one point today, we were talking about how 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀 was so bad down that right that the commentators were pointing out, hey, United need to take a look at this at the end of the game, because the Premier League teams are going to destroy us down there right now. And this is commentators saying this. And it's like, what was going on? 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀 wasn't great today. I know Mikey has a different opinion. I thought ugarte was the man of the match for me. Outfield, I think Onana deserved the man of the match as a goalie. Two amazing double saves. But I think Ugarte, outfield player, had his best game for Man United. There was a few loose passes, I think, but that was him. He hasn't played in so long. I think he was just getting his feet back in there. But after that, if it wasn't for Ugarte, we lose this game 2-1. That goal line clearance was phenomenal. So, like, we're having individual good performances, but as a team, we're not playing well. Garnacho, we talk about the fact that, Anthony came on. Garnacho looked like freaking Anthony today. He was horrendous. The running, he lost the ball, his shooting. What was it? I think he had 8 shots outside around 25 yards. Not one of them hit. I think one of them hit the target, and it was just straight at the goalie. So for me, why? And we're talking about the subs, and we've talked about his poor man management in the past. Why can't this guy figure out you're not playing well? Get off. I don't understand why he can't figure this out. I hate this fucking favorite stuff. I hate it, and he needs to learn, because it's gonna cost him his job.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said, my dude. I totally agree. And let me say something before you go, Mikey. You cannot say Onana isn't a shot blocking goalie anymore. You can't say that. Nobody can say that no more. Because what I've seen this year, that guy is balling.
Dude, he's first in the Premier League for clean sheets.
Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead, Mikey.
I mean, yeah, bro. I just love when you know people are out of their depths football wise when they blame the keeper, and you blame the keeper primarily. Like before it even gets there, before it even gets to that part, the defense is letting him down. They're just letting him down. I see that ball coming from 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀, who had a bad game. 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀 puts the ball in, and both of these guys don't even jump. They can't be bothered. They almost collide into each other. Like, come on, bro.
Lenioro cannot come back quick enough.
I mean, I don't even, you know what? He's going to have to be a revelation because we keep doing that. We keep doing that. It's going to be plug in this guy.
Expose him to this.
Plug in that guy. Plug in that guy. This guy got to do it. That guy did. Before it was 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀. 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀 was the guy. Now 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀's not the guy now. Like, 𝙈𝙊𝙍's playing like shit. You got to keep plugging in these guys And it's like they're not buying into any system. I still don't see a style of play. At least a cohesive one enough to where I could say, all right, I see what you're trying to do here. You're bringing this guy into the 10, it don't work. You're bringing him to left back. Don't make sense.
And that's when we got control.
To your point, when you're bringing up, you want to see him feed Rasmus. They can't afford to have both of them on the pitch at the same time. Because if one goes down, now we're in trouble. Now we don't have a backup striker now. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we've got to have somebody in the youth academy that can play better than 𝙈𝙀 right now. We have to.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't want to even say that. I don't like to say what can or can't happen. I'm just saying if we did get hurt, we'd just be down a striker now. Still no word on Mason Mount. Still no word on Luke Shaw. It's just like, and then you bring in Anthony. You bring in Anthony at this time. And I just don't understand. What does Ahmad have to do to play? What does he have to do to play?
Who said it in the chat earlier?
Whose wife did he screw?
Yeah. Someone said it in the chat earlier, like, I don't like to see a player go down, but at least we're not going to see him anymore. Like, I think he's, like, if that injury is bad, I think he's played his last game for Man United.
Yeah, and you never want to see a non-contact issue in the lower calf Achilles area, and I feel bad for him. But it's a lot of this is Ten Hag's fault, though. All this is Ten Hag's fault. We've been saying, how long we've been saying Garnacho needs to get more savvy and stop being greedy. It's not getting coached out of him. Okay, we got defenders who check out way too much. It's not getting coached out. I feel the system is just messed these guys up. You can't build cohesion like Mikey said, or one of you said, when you bring in, and keep going back to it, the fullback to a number 10.
Yeah.
And I get that 𝙈𝙀's not playing well either, but geez, help him out. Help him out. Help these players out. Delo's getting asked to do a lot. Bandito goes out there and says it's incredible how much responsibility Delo has. Why do this to these guys?
He is being asked to do too much. He is.
And then we get control finally in the end is when he put Maserati to the Ross piece fullback. And then now all of a sudden we're controlling the ball, but we didn't do anything. We're still toothless with our attack.
No.
We're still toothless with our attack.
Still no midfield. Still no real midfield. All these different plug-in play pieces. Now, thank God for Eriksen scoring the goal as he did. Good on him. I'm glad he's firing. You know what I'm saying? He's been on one bright spot that I could say.
He really has. He's been
finding it out. So I got to give him his props there. But my God, bro, when I saw Anthony go out on that stretcher, and I don't wish injury on nobody, so I'm not saying this when I say this. I was like, I hope he gets better. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's not too serious, but hell, maybe this will stop Ten Hag from. Ten Hag might be at his hospital bed, like, "Are you good? You ready to play? You ready to play still? Can you play? Oh, it's just a torn meniscus. You think you can start next week?" I don't know what his affections, his love for this guy is. When the fan base hates him, he doesn't play. He didn't do anything as he came on. So like that I'm sorry. You know what? Ugarte wasn't that bad. It's just that there was times when he had the ball and he just couldn't play that outward pass. 𝙈𝙀 was doing it too. 𝙈𝙀 was
I will say this.
Us up top, killing us up top when we had numbers, and he just punt the ball and it outrun Rashford to go out to touch 4 and 5 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, I will say this though, like, and I've said this in the past.
We're not talking about City. It's Fenerbahçe. They're not even doing well in their own league right now.
Yeah. I have said this in the past though. The midfield gets overloaded because, and this is my only downside on Onana. It is. He's been fantastic this year. He doesn't play it out quick enough from the back. I've said this over and over and over again.
Too.
I don't know why anyone else can't see it. He gets the ball when it's played back to him. He doesn't move it out quick enough, which gives the time for their attack and their midfield to press him. He'll give the ball to, say, Ugarte or another defender, and there's already a defender on them. Like, I don't understand why he can't seem to figure it out. Why he can't, like, kind of get it out quicker.
That's what
Sean, it has to be what Erik Ten Hag
wants to play them out. He wants to play out from the back and draw guys on to find that attacker up top. That's what he wants. He wants to bring them on, so they can come up. But guys are hip to this. They're not falling for it. So why don't you stop doing it? Because when he first started playing here, he was playing it fast.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting on to the end of it really quick. Then the complaint was, well, there's nobody to get on the end of these passes. There's a couple times he almost had an assist in games.
Yeah. I just, for me, it's just he's too slow out the back. Like I think he's a great goalkeeper. We clearly see that. He's got the most clean sheets in the Premier League right now. But great saves today, kept us in the game. But for me, that one little thing, again, you guys are saying that he's been told to do it.
The Ten Hag thing.
Go against Ten Hag. Go against Ten Hag and watch it happen. Because if he could play that ball quicker into somebody that's in space in midfield quickly. Great transit, because we have the players who are fast. We just don't have that ability to deal with the ball when it's passed to our back line, and they press us ridiculously well. We pressed today. I saw it today. We're near the corner flag.
You said Mourinho's team outpressed us.
Yes. Mourinho's team outpressed us today, and when we pressed, they seemed to have got the ball. That's what I was just getting to. We had the ball near their corner flag. Well, they had the ball. We have 3 players around us, 3 of our players around 2 of their players, and they still managed to get the ball out.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, it was easy. I was sitting in disbelief. I'm like, do we need to go back to one-on-one basics where we need to learn how to tackle? Do I have to look at this team and scream at them like I do with the Steelers? Fucking tackle somebody. Jesus Christ.
And Casemiro just flinging himself into... He's putting himself in some trouble now. Thank God he was able to get the ball.
Yeah,
But he's putting himself into some dangerous positions, flinging himself into tackles. And I'm like, I know that's what you do now. And that's what you want to do. It's flashy, it's flary. This is your game now. But, dude, come on. I don't understand this team anymore, bro. But I just know one thing. Ten Hag cannot be the coach of this team anymore. I'm just with that now. I'm on that now. He has to go. And I will say this, and people were mad at me for saying this, but if it was just the Glazers, they would have sacked him already.
Yeah. No, I agree.
The Glazers would have gotten him out 3 weeks ago.
No, I will say this.
I'll give them that.
I do like that they're giving him time. I do like it, instead of just swapping, there is that kind of, they're doing something, trying to do something different to what the Glazers were doing. I think the only thing that's really saving him is our defense and our goalkeeper.
Not losing.
Yeah, not losing. Like, we're not losing that many games. We're just not winning that many games. And when you play a team like Fenerbahçe, where we had amples of opportunities, like who passed the ball to Rashford instead of putting it on the penalty spot, put it like 2 yards in front of him so he had to slide and try and get it. Like, really? We're on a 3-on-2 break and you fuck it up. Like, and that was, if you had put that to Rashford puts it in the back of the net, we win 2-1. But for some reason, your pass was so bad, you put it 2 yards in front of him, they had to slide for the ball in front of the goal.
Rasmus did the same thing. Rasmus had one where he's in front of the goal, he sits a guy down, and Garnacho's running here to the left, begging for the ball, like, here, give it. That's what he scores right there. He just scored last week on that same side.
I don't know with Garnacho today. I think he still might have put that ball over.
That's the thing about Garnacho, though. Like, Garnacho could have a bad game and score a goal.
Yeah.
So, like, Rasmus is right there to pass it to him and just says, I'll take it myself. And hits the softest shot in America. And it just rolls right to the keeper.
I did see that one. But from his point of view and to his defense, though, he doesn't get the ball enough to shoot. He's not played in enough to shoot. So when he does get it, he is going to shoot, whether it's a timid option or not. Like, the amount of opportunities I saw Garnacho had today, that if he had passed the ball, for me with Garnacho, I think Garnacho is a first-team starter at Manchester United a year and a half too early. But the problem is we don't have anyone better on the wings to play ahead of him. I think you could clearly still see his immaturity when it comes to passing. I want to be like Ronaldo. Well, guess what? Ronaldo took time to be Ronaldo. He needs to learn to take his time, pass the balls, learn how to control it, and then like get the players more involved, win the game. And then as you progress, as you're 24, as you're 25, then learn how to be Ronaldo, who you want to be. But Ronaldo at that age wasn't banging them in. You know, he had to learn to be a team player too. But I think for me, I think Garnacho is in that Man United team as a first team starter a year and a half too early. What do you think? Do you guys agree?
No,
I mean, it's like
you can see his immaturity.
Yeah, he's
I'm
young.
on the aspect is I just feel the guys are losing their good tendencies. I feel like guys are not getting groomed right now in the first team. I feel like whatever tactics is doing is confusing. I think the individual man management is not succeeding. We're losing players or losing players' interest. Guys don't look like they can play football if they're on our team. Our football looks so poor. We've been talking about guys making bad decisions for the last 2 seasons or doing a certain thing they need to work on. It's not getting corrected. I don't know if it's something where we're just too tactical in the training where we don't work on saying to guys, maybe try to do this, try to do this, try to do this. And it just seems like it's not getting ingrained. I don't want to think Garnacho's daft. I don't want to think Onana. For the last 2 years, and I didn't want to make this about Onana. For the last 2 years, I've been saying from day one, me personally, why does he hold the ball so long? So when I keep saying it till this date, Sean, I feel like someone is not telling him, you need to stop doing that shit right now because you're pissing me off. You're pissing me off with that shit. You could be so much better. You whatever.
That's the thing. That goes to not just the that goes not to just the management. That also goes towards his captain, because I've seen plenty of interviews. I saw the interview with Ferdinand and Ronaldo, where Ronaldo was told by Roy Keane, stop that shit. He was told by everybody else, stop that, learn to score, then you can do that stuff. That goes from his captain too. His captain needs to tell him, hey, you need to stop that, stop passing the ball. But how are you going to get told by your captain that you're playing shit when your captain's just a shit?
I think
so. There needs to be people like 𝗕, people that are still in the still there, who are more senior players, to tell the younger players, hey, let's play as a team. If we're up 2-3-0, then you can start doing your crap. But for me, there's no leadership, because we can't always expect Ten Hag to be the guy. Like when Ten Hag, when you're at play, instructions from the team need to come from the captain. That's what the captain's job is. Like, hey, this. We see Bruno doing it sometimes, but it needs to come from the bench, but it also needs to come from the captain. The captain needs to step up and say, I'm the senior player, you got to do it like this. But we just don't see it. And for me, players like Garnacho, when you're taking so many shots from 25 yards out, it's not acceptable in a game that we really, really need to freaking win. Like, and some of the dribbles today was horrendous. Like, what can possibly go through Ten Hag's mind to take Rashford off and bring on Anthony and leave Garnacho one day? Can any of you to explain this?
No, I think he got it wrong there. But as far as the, once again with the Onana thing, is that that's a tactic that he wants to play, because at Inter, Onana, if you just watch the Champions League final, just take that game, he was passing it quickly to the middle of the park. And that's what we brought him in for. That's what we liked. We liked seeing that. In his first season, he was doing that, passing it fast, and people did not respond to it. They didn't respond to it well. Man United did not respond to that well at all. Now, Ten Hag's thing, I think, and this is the style of play I think he's going for, is we're playing it slowly, build up from the back, get guys onto us so we can make the spaces and find the spaces in and behind, right? But when guys know this, they know, and we don't necessarily have the fastest guys ever. On the wings, we kind of do. Rashford's the only, maybe the fastest dude we got.
Rasmus Højlund's the fastest guy we got, actually.
Is he faster than Rashford?
Yeah, he's faster than
Rashford. Yeah, I think there's a rumor that Rasmus is the fastest.
Yeah, he got beat by Rashford in a race, yeah.
Fact that he's faster than Rashford. Is this a fact? Do we know? We have evidence to show.
I'm not going to say it's a fact.
Because I don't know. I don't want to say yes or no. I just think Rashford's the fastest one. He has to cover the most ground, and I see him do it. And he's not. And I don't think he's super fast. I don't think he's super quick. Compared to other guys we have. Either way,
Yeah,
That's a
Rasmus Højlund is United's fastest player, recording a top speed of 35.45 kilometers an hour.
I'm American. How much of that is MPH?
He's the fastest player on the team.
Let me have a look.
That's what it means, Mikey. He's the fastest player on the Ross team. That's all it means.
How much did Rashford run? That's not how stats work, guys. Tell me what Rashford's
I know.
fastest
I
was.
ran track.
It's 22
I know,
miles
but
an hour.
Okay, so what was Rashford's fastest?
I'm not sure. I just looked.
That's not how stats work. You don't say one half and not the other half. Let's just hear what they both run. Anyway, that's moot. The point I'm trying to say is, I think that's a Ten Hag instruction. They want to play out from the back. They want to absorb pressure to get spaces. So, damn, Ten Hag's getting that wrong. He's getting it wrong. And then the shape of the team is bad because he can't really play out the way he can. He's passing it out to the wings. Doesn't happen. So he passes out wide to the flats. And then they make a mistake, and then now the ball is back in our half.
Yeah.
I think this is Ten Hag has had 3 years now. Well, he's in his third year. He's had time to instill a philosophy, even with the guys that are gone. The guys that are still there is like, hey, this is how he likes to do it. This is what we do. This is how it's going. There's no leaders in this team because there's no leader at the front. There's no leadership from the coach. The coach isn't a leader. The coach isn't that. He's showing himself. He's a guy that, hell, the ownership don't respect him. The ownership are looking for other coaches while he's there and then saying, oh, you can have the job. How can anybody lead that? Glick isn't playing well himself. He isn't playing necessarily out of his mind, too, to tell anybody anything. Today, I feel like we miss Bruno. I feel like we miss Bruno today. I feel like Bruno could have made some stuff happen that 𝙈𝙀𝙀 or Mazraoui could have been in his position. We could have had Mazraoui and Delo, have Bruno, and I think when we don't play Bruno, we get to see what we look like. And we didn't look much better than when we have him.
Just real quick there, Casey. Your stats for you. Rasmus Højlund is 35 kilometers an hour. Marcus Rashford is only 21. So Rasmus is considerably
30. So whoa, that's
21 kilometers an hour.
That's crazy.
21 miles per hour, shall I say?
And Rasmus is what?
Let me have a look at this. Rasmus.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a drop off.
Rasmus is 22
so
and
that
Rashford's
much
21.
faster than him?
No, wait.
That's a whole 14 miles. That's a whole 14 kilometers.
I think it's 22 and 21 miles per hour. Rasmus is 22 and Rashford's 21.
It has to be.
It's only just.
It has to be close.
Yeah. So Rasmus is 35.45. Rashford is 35.35. So very close, but Rasmus is slightly faster.
But he's miles faster.
No, I read it in kilometers an hour, and then over there in kilometers an hour. So.
But the piggyback on what you said, Mikey, we missed Bruno, but this was his opportunity to show what he has, his team. And I just felt like it was a cowardly approach. He said that to have so many attackers is in an away game is crazy. I get it, but when you're in a situation when you want to have progression, you want to show your team playing, you want to build some confidence, you got to, your man management, you're 21 in the table, my friend, in Europe. You need to win. You need to win. Yeah, we got to draw, but you need to win. So I don't like the fact that we went into the game defensive when we didn't need to. I think it was a huge risk. Mazraoui, and I'm not mad at him. He had 13 loss of possessions. Those are 13 times he put our defense in a bad situation. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault, Mazraoui. Right now, I know we're down on the players, but I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't really fault these players anymore for what I'm seeing.
These players are not bad. You're right. The players are not bad players. It's bad management. That's all it is.
I got to give.
What'd you say, Mikey?
I got to give it to both because there's stupid things happening on the pitch that's not Ten Hag's fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tactics is Ten Hag's fault. The way we're set up, Ten Hag's fault. The way Onana's playing the ball out from the back, Ten Hag's fault. Hold on.
Yeah, so for me, I'll go back to the Anthony substitution. I learned an interesting stat today, right? I think I sent it to you guys. Do you know what Anthony's conversion rate is at Manchester United? Mikey,
I'm sorry, y'all.
See if you. I'll give you a quick quiz for the two of you.
I don't know that.
2%.
I do not know his conversion rate.
2%. His conversion rate for Manchester United is 2%.
I thought it'd be lower.
It's horrendous.
I mean,
and
I'm
you
not going to
keep
debate
playing
you.
this guy?
I'm not going to debate you.
Did
That's why we have to be
Ahmed
mad.
piss off Ten Hag? Because how the hell Anthony's getting on that pitch before you is mind-boggling to me.
Anybody that's seeing this, the Ten Hag putting this man in front of Ahmed, or you know what I'm saying, an academy player at this point, right? Yeah. Anybody seeing that and still saying they're Ten Hag in, you are the problem now. You're the issue now because are you okay with seeing this? Before we can lie to ourselves and
that's a crazy statement. I love it though.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come together. We had time for that, but bro, 1-11 is it 7-22 Premier League games, something like that. Not winning in Europe in a year. Last year we were blaming Onana for not winning in Europe, and it was his fault.
Yeah,
we were blaming him. Who we blame now?
But at least, the thing is, Onana still stood up and said, "Hey, it's my fault."
Yep. Who's the constant?
I respect that too.
You know what? He kind of said some shit too. It's like, it's not good on the club. It's not good on us. He stands up and says things, but he got to look at his boy, man. His boy is the one who has to go, bro. And I hate to even say that because look, we can get another manager and it not work. We can get another manager and it not work. I'm okay with you wanting to keep him. I respect that Ineos wants to keep him despite the noise. I respect it, but now you're just seeing how far we can fall. Now you're just seeing, now you're playing games with our future because now we won't be able to get Europe or if we persist this way, no Europe, no 8th, 9th out of Europa. You know what I'm saying? 10th.
Like someone said to me today, oh, we're only 5 points behind Arsenal. Yeah, because Arsenal is shit right now.
5 points behind them where?
We're only 5 points behind Arsenal right now.
And as bad as they are right now, that's way better than
in the Premier League, yeah.
As bad as they are right now, that's way better than what we are. Way better.
Yeah.
My youth, Sean, we 14th, yo.
Yeah, but you also got to remember Arsenal are also missing Saliba this weekend. They're missing. Calafiori just went out injured. He's probably going to be out for a while. Saka's out injured. You're talking Odegaard is out injured. We're not just talking about 4 players here. That's their 4 best players.
Yep.
When I watched Arsenal play, and this might be the illest compliment I've ever given them in my lifetime. At least when I watch them play, I get it. I'm like, oh, but it's watchable football.
Yeah.
Bro, our thing is our week-to-week thing that we go through. Anybody who says being a Manchester United supporter is a glory hunter, them days is done, brother.
Yeah, maybe in the 90s.
We've earned our stripes because the last 11 years, we've all have to agree it's been so bad. And it's just, and I'm not blaming Ineos either. I can't blame Ineos. They've been handed this, and I think they're doing things behind the table right now because I think them dudes are smart. They're gonna be like, nah, brother, something ain't working. These players. It
hasn't been this bad though. It hasn't been this bad. We've got our lowest finish under Ten Hag in the Premier League era.
Twice.
We've had the worst 2 times, and now we've had the worst European showing we've had in 40 years under Ten Hag. He's breaking all the bad records. So it's
but Mikey, he's still winning. He's still winning cups.
He ain't gonna do it this year. I'm
being sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic.
City,
I know.
City did it to us, bro.
Me too.
City did it to us. They did. You know what? I'm convinced now.
The City lost on purpose.
Don't say
Pep Guardiola said, "Go ahead and lose, man. We don't care about that. They'll keep him. They'll keep him."
Mind you, if they had won the game, they would have put one of Man United's records of doing the double back in a row.
They're crazy. Yeah, but that's not crazy. I feel it. Pep was like, you know what? I want to think in the future. I want to think further.
He's playing 40 chess, bro. He's playing chess on another level, bro.
No, bro.
But these guys are a joke, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The play today, like I was saying before, my daughter came down here because she likes to be on the camera with she thinks she has her own YouTube channel. So
that's great.
She loves YouTube. But yeah, like I was trying to say before that, Ten Hag's instruction is bad. But some of the things these players are doing, losing the ball as easy as they do. As easy as they do. 5-yard passes not being complete, not clearing the ball, not defending, giving up plays at the back post. These are things that Ten Hag cannot go out there and do it for you. You're doing that. You are doing that. Not jumping at a header, not jumping on a cross when you're 6'4". Okay, I don't care if it goes in a danger area. I'll be okay if you put it in, but make the attempt. Why is that a free header between two men and they almost collide? Why?
Yeah.
Jump at least. If you don't get it, God bless.
Do they not understand the term "my ball"? Communication. That was communication. That's all it was. It was communication. You just say, "Hey, I got the ball."
Got it.
Yeah. I just want to read some of the. I would say some of the. The chat. It's all from Cheese. Mikey sounding like Cheese over here.
Cheese be on every fence though. You gotta listen to Cheese. He's
no, I'm not on no fence. I'm out.
We got another Pep masterclass. 10 Harem setting all the wrong records. We're shite.
You've been watching Saeed.
He's all from Cheese.
Yeah, it's if you check the mood of the whole fan base, it's very argumentative. It's not a fun vibe because we all know. I don't say we know no football, but you see things and you just get a little bit like twisted a bit. You see players losing their spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like Ahmad. Ahmad is a kid who seems to be right now. I guarantee, and I'm just me. If I was that young player, I would be so disappointed because. Why is Anthony even getting a shout in front of me? It doesn't make sense. Why would you play a fullback in front of me as a 10 where it wouldn't have been crazy? It wouldn't have been a crazy decision.
Do you know where he played when he was on loan in the championship?
Yes.
He played as a 10.
I know.
Yeah.
He played as a 10.
We know this.
Like, I don't understand why, like, I just don't get it. Like, Ten Hag is literally forcing himself out the door. It's like he's got a dog collar and he's got a rope to his truck and he's revving his own engine and trying to pull himself. Like, what are you doing? No, there's no reason whatsoever. Like, I get if you want to play a back three, right? I get that. If you want to play with the wing backs, I get it. I've said it before, Mikey. We said it. We got called crazy for it.
Yeah.
But he played that today. I think it would have worked well if 𝗫𝗏𝗧 had played on the right or the left as a wingback and then had Ahmed as the 10. But
or you could have did something real wild. Casemiro, Ugarte, and Eriksen in the midfield.
Yeah.
That'd have been crazy. That'd have been wild.
Played Eriksen as the 10. Like, there were so many players on that team that could have played as a 10, but you play a fullback as a 10. There was no reason for it. And if we'd lost, there would have been pure calls for his head. Like we're already 10 Hag out. But to play a fullback as a 10 was insane. I get Mount's out injured, but come on. Ahmed can play there, and he played there beautifully in the Championship. Now, let's not forget, the Championship is a harder league than the Premier League. When it comes to physicality, when it comes to the amount of games played, it's a harder league. I don't care what anyone says. It's a very tough league to go into.
It's a grind.
Not that many teams will bounce right back up again. You see teams that have been in the Premier League that are now in the second and third division because they just couldn't handle the Championship when they went down.
It's so bad that when he was playing down there, like he was deathly injured. Like that's how physical that league was. Ahmed was very hurt playing for Sunderland to the point where they were like his body shutting down on him.
Yeah.
He's playing that many games at that kind of condition in these parts of England that are not nice at certain times of the year.
Pitches are crazy
a lot of the time, but like
playing at
Sunderland in December ain't nice.
No, it's not. It's cold as shit. But like, if he can handle that, what has he done to piss Ten Hag off?
What? I don't know. Yeah.
And you know what it is? We were all on him for like this player, that player. He's getting that. And now he's making them look right.
Yeah.
He's making them look right.
That's what I'm saying.
He's making them look like if I'm Ronaldo, if I'm Sancho, if I'm on any of these guys, I'm sitting back like.
I agree with the Ronaldo thing, but Sancho's playing horribly at Chelsea, so I'm not going to go on that one.
Is it horrible? He has 4 assists in 5 games.
He also got yanked at halftime the other day because he was so bad.
He had 4 assists.
Let me ask you
more assists than Marcus Rashford.
Let me ask you both a question. I know we don't like the player, but who would you have played more, Sancho or Antony, when we had them both?
Sancho easily, because Sancho at least does things.
Yeah.
As much as we don't like him, he does something.
Still
he scored against Liverpool. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Antony scored against Barcelona. Okay. He scored against Arsenal. But, like, now these are becoming memories. I think, you know what? He might be the worst Manchester United player to ever, like, the worst signing ever.
Worse than
it's just that he's not developing.
He might be worse than 𝗦𝗶𝗴𝙍. He might be worse. He might be worse than what's his name? 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. He was bad for us too. He was terrible.
Great. He went to Chelsea. That's another player who went to Chelsea. Was just as bad when he went to Chelsea.
He went back to Chelsea. He was almost their player of the year when he went back. He tore it up for them. He
might have had a good year. I don't think overall he was a good player for Chelsea. He didn't last very long at Chelsea.
That's what earned him the move. It's him tearing it up. But anywho, I think he's worse than that. I think.
Yeah. No, like I would agree. Like, his first season when he came in, I think players didn't know what to expect, so he did okay. But then as soon as they figured him out, it was done. It was over. Like, that's why he started so good at Man United, because he came in, people didn't know what to expect. They didn't, now you just know that all you have to do is step to the left, and you block your left, step to the right and he's just going to cut in. I don't think he played horribly today. I don't think he played horrible when he came on today. I don't think he did. He wasn't the worst player on the pitch when he came on today. I'll give him that. But he wasn't really on long enough to really do anything. But I agree. Like, the fact that his conversion rate for Man United is 2% is just horrendous. In 3 seasons is horrendous.
The thing is, I want him to succeed. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
like,
we all do, though.
Deep down inside, I want him to be like turn it around somehow. But then I see him. This is what happened today. I saw him get the ball against their right back.
Yeah, and he took it, teeth it right from him.
The ball, and then he stopped.
Yeah,
and he looked around, and then he did one of these, and then just went back to where he came from. And I'm like, that's your game. That's what you do. That's all you do. That's all you ever do. Is you try, you forget your Brazilian, you lose your Brazilian passport on the way up there, and then you pass the ball back and nothing happens. That's all.
Like that little touch Ahmad did to get the free kick. Antony couldn't do that. He couldn't do that thing. He couldn't do that. He couldn't have done that touch.
No.
He couldn't. And we all seen it. It was like, oh, Antony couldn't have done that. And that was just a little basic play.
I thought he was going to shoot at one point.
Ronaldinho said Antony's the reason why he stopped watching Brazilian football.
No, he did not. That's wicked. That's a madness.
I can't watch that shit. I mean, they're all bad. They're all bad in Brazil right now.
Yeah.
But that's mad.
Antony was like, no more of this. Can't watch it.
That's soul crushing. That's almost where you're like, man, I'm gonna quit now.
Yeah, I'd retire from football.
That's a bad thing to have on your resume.
That's like if Wayne Rooney was like, you know what, I can't watch United no more. I mean, look at this team.
Dude, I wouldn't surprised if he did say it.
And to the Reds, I love y'all who are seeing the positive light in this. But then I agree with Mikey. It's your fault too, because you're acting me to accept this rubbish and say, yeah, man, things gonna turn around soon. No,
you have an agenda.
Who?
I'm saying you have an agenda at that point. If you're looking at these games and you're saying that, oh man, here's the positive. Like, while talking to Mark's like, there's no positive or negative. And I'm like, in life, there's positive and there's negative. There's no other. Like, you're either that or you're neutral.
But would you?
It's the only two you got. You can't be neutral here because we just saw a performance. So was it bad or good?
We're negative right now. When you see the records, you see our play in Europe, our form in Premier League, everything is negative. We have a negative goal difference in Premier League. We have a 0. We're at 0 in Europe, and I get it. We're not scoring goals. I figured it out. We all figured it out. We've all seen this since the end of last year. My friend, you have players who can help you. You do. You really do. And he doesn't have to make it difficult. And I think he's overthinking it, or he's shook. I don't know. I think the job might have rattled him because he came in with so much confidence, and he was, we thought he was strong and doing. And I'm talking about Erik ten Hag, but now it's just like he feels like he's mumbling when he talks to me. Like when you see a senile old man, I'm like, we all went and watched this game, and then I trip out. I watch some YouTubers who get content from going crazy. Oh no, we gave him a goal, we lost. And I see content like that. I'm like, how do you even still get that upset at this point right now? I'm just now numb to the whole thing, Sean, where I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, it was a poor game.
Can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Mikey, what's the pit score?
Who cares? Who the fuck's watching that?
I am. Pit 24, Syracuse 0.
Oh, that's poor football.
This is horrible.
I can't talk. USC, we got 𝗈𝙊𝙍𝙀 by Minnesota.
You said that they were going to find us out.
You guys would lose to Pitt right now.
Oh, USC?
USC would lose to Pitt.
I beat Pitt. My sorry school beat Pitt.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
It wouldn't be close playing Georgia.
Maryland recruited me, not USC, and we lost to Maryland. Okay, we're not talking about this. I'm sorry.
Nah. I just wanted to say that because I just saw the score.
But it's tough.
Let's talk about Sunday. We got West Ham. Do we win?
Is that a home match, by the way?
I believe so.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your name is. No, it's away. It's away at West Ham.
Even worse.
So we'll have Bruno. So it's gonna. Well, hopefully we see what we saw against Brentford in the second half with Bruno there. Hopefully, we'll have a back four. So I'll be confident. Maserati won't be playing at the striker. I hope Eriksen gets some time. I would like to see some creativity with the lineup. Maybe, possibly. Well, you know what we're going to see? Rashford on the right, garnacho on the left, Rasmus, Bruno. We're going to see the Brentford team. But Mazzi's going to play.
Do you think Ugarte, do you think he deserved to earn his spot as a starter today?
Well, Kobe's still out.
I don't know.
I don't think he plays him over. I don't think he plays women. Our midfield's going to be. It'll be. No, he's not. He's going to go Casemiro. I don't think he likes Ugarte, guys. Don't we all feel like he doesn't like Ugarte? It's just like a vibe thing.
Yeah, I feel like there's something going on there.
I mean, he doesn't like Ahmad. Let's all keep it a buck. He don't like Ahmad, so it's always Ten Hag has a favorite that he's comfortable with. So we're going to see the comfortable lineup with Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno. That's it. And we'll win 1-0.
1-0 to Man United or West Ham?
No, I'm never going to pick us to lose to the Hammers.
Well, Cheese has gone 1-0 West Ham.
And then at the pub, you're going to hear him say, I told you we're going to win 3-0.
Yeah, don't even listen to Cheese no more, bro.
Don't listen to Cheese, bro.
Wan-Bissaka Winda.
Oh, we're going against Wamba. Oh, wait a minute. Who's he going against?
Yeah.
Rashford?
Rashford, yeah. Come on, Rashy, give it to him.
Or Garnacho.
Pause.
Whoever they decide to put on each wing.
I want to say, we're going to win. I don't think we're going to be over stimulated by the match. I don't feel that our coach has shown me the attributes to want to play on the front. But even if we play like the second half of Brentford, we'll win 1-0. But West Ham's not playing well. I don't know.
Cheese is saying my fantasy coaching stats are better than 10 harem.
I would smash him on FIFA.
But yeah, like I'm gonna go with a 1-0 win, Man United. I don't see Man United scoring more than one goal. I don't. And
I think if we win, we can jump up to 10th. Is that crazy?
Why do you care?
I'm looking for progression where I can find it, my brethren.
Yeah.
Wherever I can find a glimpse of hope, like my mind. Shout out to Mark. I'm gonna buy you a Guinness. You said if we have some home games coming up, which we will win.
We should win.
That's the craziest part. You have confidence that we will win all of our home games.
That's what, you know what's crazy? I was lining up a whole paragraph and I was like, yo, I think I'm so sick of hearing that we should win games. I'm so sick of that. When we started saying that at the beginning of the season, we're looking like, all right, we should win against Southampton. We should beat this team. We should beat that. We should beat FC20.
Closer to the mic, Mikey.
We should beat FC20. We should win. We should beat this team, that team. And it's like, yo, we drew against this team. We lost to this team. Like, there's no shoulda. Every game is a different result. Every game is a different bag of worms every time. And, like, that's no good when you play in the Premier League. It's no good.
We've lost that luxury of
continuity as a team.
There's no shoulda with Man United anymore. And that's why I'm saying,
right?
I think we win at 1-0. But I don't see us. I just can't see us scoring more than one goal.
I got a draw, 0-0 draw.
Ooh.
Come on, Oracles. I need some Oracle stuff right now, YouTube.
I mean, I want to ride with 1-0. I also want to ride with 2-1.
Yeah.
But I just
don't see where that 2's coming from. So I get your point. I just don't see where the 2 goals are going to come from right now.
And that's because we're not consistent. Nobody wants to say this. We don't know where the goal's going to come from, Red Army.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any style of pattern of play and where we say, okay, well, we know this guy was going to eventually get a shot off like this. We don't know. We don't know. So yeah. I'm saying 1-0 because I'm thinking more of my heart. Ross Clot heart.
Yeah, I just, for me, like I said, I just don't see where we score more than one goal right now, and the way that everything's going, I just don't. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if we concede. Also, I think it's a game that needs to be won. It needs to be won, especially with West Ham right now. West Ham are not in exactly a great position; they're lower than us in the table. It's a game that needs to be won. Not that we deserve to win or we should win. It's a game that needs to be won.
Would this lose him his job?
What was that?
His job if we lose this game?
What'd you say, Mikey?
Does he lose his job?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Because they had the opportunity to do that already, where you could, deal with it and probably.
Yeah. He's gonna keep this job now till January.
Yeah, I'm convinced. I think right now, whatever Ineos is doing, and this is speculation, they're really behind closed doors being hush-hush because their next move has got to be their best move. It's something we say out here in the hood. Your first move better be your best move, but his next move better be your best move. It's got to be their best move. Because
Cheese is changing it already. Cheese is going with a 2-1 West Ham, 𝗕𝗓𝗴 winner. Oracle data.
Wow, he's wild.
I like how he says I don't flip-flop like Casey, but then says 1-0, but now 2-1. So you just flip-flop, Cheese.
He's a flip-flopper, bro. He's a fence rider and a flip-flopper.
And he has a wonderful smile looking like Bounty Killer.
I can tell you right now, bro. I feel like a couple more defeats in the Premier League, and that's that. I don't think he lasts. I think he loses this game. We lose or another draw. Another draw. These draws feel like losses.
They are. Because they're games that we should have not that we should have won because we're Man United. It's games that we should have won because we were better the majority of the game. Like we should have won today. We should have won
because our wage bill is high.
Yeah, I just think we should have won because overall, I think we were a better team today. Obviously, there's parts of games, and there's always going to be parts of games, where the opposition has, they have more of the ball, they have more shots, within that period. I just think overall, we were a better team today. We should have won that.
Were we?
I think, yeah. I think we should have won that today. Like, you have, obviously, you got the good double save from Onana. But then there's also the chance that Rashford misses. There's plenty of shots that Garnacho took where he could have played a better ball. There's, Højlund could have passed to Garnacho and they could have scored, I think overall we had better opportunities to score than they did.
Yeah. I think Fenerbahçe had a couple of times where they could have scored. Onana got low and got the ball once, so they booted it out.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we were leaps and bounds ahead of them that we deserved points out of this game. But I definitely feel like
sequence was a mad thing.
But what we pay for these guys, as opposed to what Fenerbahçe is making, we need to be winning these games. We need return on investment because it's not looking good.
I think if he loses at the weekend, the noise is going to get louder. I think it's going to get to a point where, we play someone like Arsenal, Chelsea, because we got Chelsea not too long. If we play someone like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, and we lose a game 4-5-6-0, I think that's it. That's it. It's over. Like that's what ended Solskjaer. That's what ended, Mourinho. I think one of those games is a blowout and it's done. And the games are coming up. So, we got a lot of games in December. And I don't know. For me, I think a 1-0 win, and I'm just going on that just off hope more than anything.
I don't know, for some weird reason though, something in my inner is like, who beat the Hammers? Somehow we always beat them.
Bro, I feel like that every day I wake up. I'm like, we could win, man. We could do it. And then I get excited. I see one goal. I'm like, oh, I got excited today. I saw Eriksen score. I said, bet it's gonna be one of those kind of days. And I'm leaving work now. And I'm
Eriksen too.
I'm leaving work and I'm like, oh God damn it. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? But just seeing Anthony come on. Seeing Anthony come on really, really grinded my gears. I mean, any faith I had in Ten Hag has been removed from my body. I don't even have a thimble, an ounce, a morsel, any unit of measurement to mean small. I don't have it.
I don't trust. My problem is he has to go before January because I don't trust him with another window.
That's okay. So I sorry. That's what I was going to talk to you about. In your remember, Sean, I said they have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to get rid of Erik ten Hag, don't buy him any more players for whatever this is he's doing, whatever stew he's cooking up, and we seeing it and we tasting like some of the tastes right though. We got you bought you some nice meat though. This is some good lobster. What's going on? It don't taste right. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. And that's why I'm piggybacking on you. January, you can't bring in no more things.
No. You can't.
Games between now and January.
How many?
If you lose 6 games between now and January's time, or if you lose 3 more matches,
if he loses 3 more matches, it's done.
Clear losses to where we're in relegation zone now, right? If you lose those games, you have to go. So now at that point, you're bringing a guy in, somebody in. You have to. I have to believe that they have somebody lined up already, or did they talk to someone already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're bringing them in with all 10 Hogs guys, and then you give him a window on top of it. Now you got all 10 Hogs guys plus this new window where we don't really do a lot of business in December, so you might bring in 1 or 2 players or whatever the hell. So and it just starts all over again. It just starts all over again, and that's what I was fearing. That's why I wanted Ten Hag to succeed. So I'm tired of the carousel, but bro, something has to be done, and bringing on Anthony today.
It wasn't a confidence booster, huh?
So everybody has one thing with me that they've done that I just can't look past it. David De Gea is missing a penalty, okay? Ten Hag is bringing on Anthony, all right? Bringing on Anthony at this moment, you crossed the line for me. Ollie, what was it? I think it was 6 or something against City.
Yeah, Liverpool and City. Yeah.
I can't see past it. I just could. I could believe in you. Once you do something that is indefensible, I can't see past it. I can't see
So
past
between now and December, we have West Ham at the weekend, Leicester during the week for the EFL Cup. We have Chelsea the following weekend. Then we
Ooh,
have
that's gonna be sticky.
That's going to be a sticky game. But again, we go back to what we said earlier. I don't expect any of these wins. Leicester, Chelsea, PAOK in the Europa League. Leicester again in the league. Ipswich, BODO. These are European games. Everton. That's the games we have
Ooh,
between now and December.
That's a poo-poo run too, Ross. That's doo-doo. You gotta win them games, bro.
What's wrong with us?
Oh
If we don't win all of them, something is wrong with us.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm saying other than probably the Chelsea game, because Chelsea are playing really well. For me, he has to win them all. Because if you lose one of those European games to PAOK or BODO, Bodo,
Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, Bodo Glimt. Like, if you lose to one of those teams, and Bodo Glimt's at bottom of the league, like, there's a serious problem. Like, right now we go through in the Europa. We go through. I think it's the top 24 teams.
Whoa, your roller coasters. Whoa, your roller coasters. Whoa, 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 whoa.
But for me, they're must-win games.
Yeah.
Like, they has to win them. Because after that, you've got Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Liverpool, all up to January.
I'm not gonna sleep good for none of those games.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough road for us. You know that, y'all.
I don't
We're
sleep
gonna be
good. For the last 11 years, for those games, I'd say 7 because we were up for it a couple times. But when those games roll around, I get this little lump in my throat and this little queasy feeling in my stomach when we have to play Liverpool, when we have to play City. In today's time, I'm not gonna sleep good.
I will say this comment from Cheese: Chelsea is twatting us.
I don't know
if they're going. I don't know. I still don't believe in this Chelsea side for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I still don't believe in them. They haven't done anything to turn the corner for me.
Other than like, November is make or break. November is make. I know we've said this in the past, but for him to keep his job, November is a make or break month. I truly believe that because December's are horrendous. The amount of games we got in December is horrendous.
It'll be January where they definitely will make the next move. They have to because if things are not progressing and it's just a storm of madness and shit, it's gonna be. We'll be at a low. We'll probably be out of Europe, or we'll probably be close to really good. But anyway, because of all those games, if we're not performing, we ain't no way to come out of it. We can't lose to Everton, Leicester Cities, all them type.
Yeah, we got Leicester City twice.
We can't lose to them type man. Then we can't lose to them type guys then.
No,
because then you definitely Ineos is going to feel. It's going to be Ineos pressure then. Everybody's going to be on them. Like, you got to make a move now.
But those will be the teams that'll be up for it. Those will be the teams that'll play their heart out because a lot of those guys never played at Old Trafford before,
and they also don't fear going to United anymore.
They have nothing to lose. They're playing.
They don't fear it.
They're at the top flight. They've already won a title the year before. A lot of them people are banking for them to go back down. So to go at Man United, go toe to toe with us, that ain't nothing no more. That ain't shit.
Yeah, I can 2 assists for Sancho. Cheese is on it tonight, man. He is on it.
What's he talking about? What are you talking about?
He said Chelsea is twatting us, and then 2 assists for Sancho.
What, today?
No, against Chelsea when we play Chelsea.
Oh, I'm about to say they didn't play today. Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll have a point.
They did play today. They won 4-0.
They won 4-1.
Was it 4-1 in the end?
Yeah, they 4-1.
Who did they play?
I don't know. It was in the. I'm not going to say how I say it. It was in the Conference League.
I forgot they're in the Conference
League. They played
League.
Cal Poly Pomona.
Yeah.
They played Atlanta United.
Maybe we shouldn't have won the FA Cup and just not had Europe this year.
We'll mess around and lose in the.
That's crazy though. Think what we're saying, Sean. Just think about what you just said.
No, I know what I'm saying.
But that's where our state of mind is right now. Man is going crazy. We're all out here like, you know what? It would have been better if this happened.
No, yeah.
All of our rivals are like, yo, Ten Hag in. I can't wait. I hope you keep him.
No.
All of them are saying.
Yeah.
Saying,
that's bad
like
when they're actually saying Ten Hag in. And
I heard someone say, oh, he'll figure out this. Hey, you guys should just stick with him. A Tottenham supporter said that to me. Y'all should just stick with him. I'm like, shut your mouth.
That's all good. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, this was good for me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
I just want to say, real quick, I'm sorry, y'all, for trying to unite you guys last week and say get behind the manager. I was wrong.
It's nice to see that you're apologizing.
He needs to be sacked immediately.
Oh
Anybody that is backing this dude, I'm trying to think that you're not a fan of this club. You like instability and
that's
being
funny, yo.
because that's all he is.
My man saying sorry for being positive.
That's all good. Well, we'll see you again this week. Are we doing the show Tuesday? I'll be on this one.
Yeah, Tuesday. No Steph.
Yeah, definitely Tuesday. And then
let's go, United. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. So hopefully we can get a win this weekend. I'm going with 1-0. So we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Be safe, y'all. Up the Reds.
Up the Reds.